Alright, it's time for Snowy Land.
Hey, look, Sheely, Hey, look, Sheely, it's not so warm anymore. Now we're going right into the thick cold of it.
Yes! As of the time of recording, the Pacific Northwest just went through a terrible heat wave.
Also, I'm not gonna...
The highest we got was 112 degrees.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, like, the colored ice along the background's almost kind of look gem-like.
I can sort of see it.
Actually, it does look like that, yeah. Maybe they are gems, but no, I see what you're talking about. They look like freaking, I don't know, like 7 dwarves hi-ho gems.
We dig
Dig with the shovel over pick.
We need to watch the next movie.
All in due time, once we have the time for it, anyway.
We generally just need to sit down and be like, okay, everyone who's here, we're doing it. Oh, ice me up.
Freeze me up.
Chili, have you gotten the ice? Yes, I do. Then ice me up.
Donkey.
Okay. I decided to watch like compilations of like old Simpsons like clips and old Simpsons like stuff back and forth. It was really good. It used to be so funny.
Yeah.
The issues that and yeah, for those wondering, the issues that all of the writers the issues that all of the writers went on. It's the same reason why Sonic Team is in such an odd position, because that is still the issue with attributing success not to a developer's name but to the company. Is that when people are like, how can Sonic Team have fallen so greatly? It's because the people who helped it aren't there anymore.
Yeah, a lot of them
have
have pretty much jumped ship or
retired.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, because of a certain game, there are people that are wondering if they were ever even good to begin with.
Oh yeah, this is the first time I had to learn about techniques like this. Is that I was like, well, how do we fight it? Because actually, if you charge it, you actually can send it up and bounce around.
Yep, you can make it ricochet off the wall.
Well, it's kind of interesting, because I think what I did was I ended up using the... Did I use the friend throw? Because I don't remember if I did that to
That could also work. That could also work depending on if you had ice or not. The issue is that it's on fire, so I don't know. But by the way, yeah, I remember having to relearn that technique because it's and I appreciate that, especially with the Heroes from Another Dimension. Is they set up these puzzles in such a way where you learn all of the cute little, like, even some of the more niche mechanics.
Yep.
All right, here we go. So. But yeah, I'm hoping that things are much nicer there now that the heat wave is gone.
Oh yeah, it's 71 degrees right now and it's cloudy.
Nice.
That's also the weird thing, isn't it? Where it's like there's no fade in transition. It's just heat on, then something heat off.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's 81 here, but it has been like raining, so.
It's been like on and off, like 80 to 90. I mean, standard, weather fare. But fortunately, in Cali, we've been having some nice breezes, coastal breezes.
Oh yeah, no, that's been pretty nice.
Yeah, but the heat wave, though, it was pretty much life-threatening for a lot of us.
Well, no, because the issue is that, like, okay, so, like, I have a friend in Florida who's telling me about this. Get this. At least the last I heard, in Florida, if your air conditioning suddenly, like...
Whoop.
Thank you for the save, Chili. Yeah, apparently in Florida, if your air conditioning goes out, like, it is declared, like, so much it's declared like some sort of emergency to the point of, like, if at any point your air conditioning goes out, they will immediately, like, get priority and send somebody there to fix your air conditioning.
That's
good.
And
you know what else happened? Because people were buying a ton of air conditioners for the heat wave, all the air conditioners were sold out, and the nearest conditioner from where I live that you could get was in Redding, California.
Jesus.
Yeah,
and
some guy actually drove from Washington to Reading to get an air conditioning.
Oh my God. I mean, well, because that's the issues. Is that for the issue, and I guess the part where this does unfortunately end up being still kind of an up in the air is, are things okay now? Also, just low key, modest 96 lives at this point.
Yeah.
It's a Kirby game. I got nothing to worry about.
And it's also one of the few Kirby games where you actually get to keep your lives even after you decide to quit the game for a bit.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's why it's so easier to rack them up. But yeah, it's the issue is that that there are all these people. They had never Celia and I were talking about, like, the fact that, like, they had to declare a warning when entering a room that was at 85 degrees temperature should be a sign of like they are never ready for triple digits, and so none of the houses there have ever needed air conditioning turned on. If it ever got 80 or 90, or they're just like, oh, open a window.
Do you know how hot our house got since we didn't have AC?
How hot?
89 degrees in the house. Inside the house.
And humid, I imagine, too, because no real air circulation.
No. Yeah, I think the humidity was like 35%.
Alright. Still planet done. Oh, actually, to give Celia the heads up, we're actually going to be, once we, oh, actually, no, wait, actually, so sorry, we're going to actually go to our next side planet, because we did open that up, I forgot. And, then, the other thing that's going to be introduced here is that we haven't seen the last of those Jamba sisters. They're still going to try and, halt and impede our progress to the mothership.
Yeah, they still haven't learned since the first time we fought them.
Right. Never changes.
They are very much the common believers of vindictive vengeance.
Mm-hmm. So, with that said, before we tackle our first boss refight with her, we're actually gonna take a quick detour back to Extra Planet Beta.
Oh boy!
Which looks like it's gonna be a nice big rolling around stage, maybe, hopefully. I just want fun. Now I'm just thinking back of like I wonder if we'll ever get a Loco Roco game.
We did get the remasters of the first two games on PS4 a while back.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Huh.
Like, I think you can still get them for cheap.
I'm gonna look into that then. Excuse me, I'm gonna look into that then, because yeah, I remember enjoying the first one. I didn't play the second one yet, and then what was the other one? And then I guess we could talk about how there's been this new like rumor going around as recording this, that we were talking about it in another commentary that'll go up eventually, the Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal one about Blue Point, but I guess the rumor is that Blue Point, the game they're going to be working on, may actually be first off an HD remake of Metal Gear Solid 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean
that's just a rumor, because it's been a topic of discussion of like, oh, and if they did it, would they do Twin Snakes or the original kind of thing?
I mean, I'd be curious to see how that turns out if it's true, but knowing Konami, there's probably going to be some strings attached, if any.
Yeah, and I guess the other thing we can talk about is, I guess also speaking of Konami, it's possible that... Nice! It's possible that, we may be getting a new Silent Hill game made by the people who did, Layers of Fear, and as I told, oh, hang on. Yay!
Jeez, look at the size of that honking thing.
It's Mark's. And
Hey!
It's like, no, Mark's, nobody did it for you. It just happened.
Wait a minute. Were my eyes always that big?
Yes. Just need to get bigger and Smash somehow.
Actually, you say that. I think they look a little smaller in Smash.
I meant that attack he does.
Oh yeah, no, oh jeez, that fucking attack.
Yeah, many creepy attacks.
I'm still definitely curious to see what other concepts Sakurai had in mind to make that thing as dark as he wanted it to be.
We need more art books that can just show, even if it's like mechanics and things that never got to be in the game proper. I still love the idea of seeing like, potential potential planned areas and see what they could have been, because I love looking into like what it like that one bit of Odyssey where you could see some of the either Mist Kingdoms or other mechanics where at one point New Donk City would have had everyone looking like Mario.
Yeah, like, I mean, I know the Giga Leak that happened when Nintendo did more harm than good in the long run, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like that should be enough of proof for them that people do want to know, like, the inner history behind the makings of these games. Like, I like they could easily make, like, an art book based on Yoshi's Island or Star Fox 2, and it would literally fly off the shelves just from the archivists alone. Oh, I love that.
Ah! Where's that at? We win!
Well, what about the other
Come
one?
back over here. Come over here. No, it's too
Oh,
early.
Timing.
They distracted him. Okay, fine, we're gonna kill him the old-fashioned way.
Well, you don't have that much health left.
Yeah. Kick him. Somebody kick him.
Well,
Kick him in
Thank
the
you.
dishpan.
Fan
Woo,
his
woo, woo.
face.
Oh, crap. You alright, Rocky? Okay.
There you go.
We shall be Hammer Brothers.
Yay!
See what I did there?
I love how they
Pull
literally
down the
just
thing.
call him Rocky.
He doesn't want. He's too polite to correct us on his name, Rockington. But you know, I call him
Rockington.
Rocky anyway.
I thought it was Bartholomew.
Bartholomew, no.
Nah, Rockington sounds better.
Wow.
Chris Boulder. That would never catch on.
Rockwell.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, me too.
Granite?
All right, there we go. Bonus level done, and just got the whole reason we did was just more puzzle pieces. That's gonna be Squeak Swallow. The other one I think was Triple Deluxe. This one I don't know what that one is. It's way too zoomed in.
Yeah.
Way too zoomed in on not enough details.
Okay, so while we go into now what is going to be our trek to the next boss fight, James, I have actually a question. What Kirby games haven't you ever played?
Let's see. I know that there was this one Kirby game that was released on the age-old Satellaview add-on for the Super Famicom, which I believe it was like a whole bunch of little mini games, and one of them was literally just baseball.
Oh,
That one I know for sure I haven't played, but then again, I can't think of anyone outside Japan that has.
I see this and I'm thinking, what's the point of the elevator segment if you could just do this?
That's a very
they're considerate to people who can't fly and or ascend. Just
or
up by
they don't
pure
want to
will.
freaking numb their thumbs at that time.
Yeah, that could be true. So, what's with this music?
Oh, it sounds
Yeah.
some
Oh,
good
it's
old
minigame
GB
time.
music.
Yeah, I think this mix was made for the sake of Star Allies. Because this is otherwise.
Yes.
Oh, that would have sucked if it missed.
Yeah. There you go.
It's mine. No.
Do it okay there, brothers.
What was that? What was that thing? What was that one part of Return to Dreamland where we were flying and it was all four of us flying up as one, or maybe it was this game again, but it was just at one point we were all flying up. I was like, I got it. And everyone else just slammed into the wall. I think I was thinking of
It might have been this. I wouldn't be surprised if we did end up if that's something like that did happen during our Return to Dreamland playthrough.
I know. I absolutely had too much fun with Bandanity's Ascension.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was a ton of fun.
Oh, you want to know another thing that I just remembered that I know you guys had a lot of fun with? Was
What's up?
whenever... You know how, DDD puffs up when he double jumps like Kirby does?
Yes.
If you stay
yes.
puffed up and you're floating above the water.
Ah, yes,
Oh,
the graceful Dwan making his ascension.
It was that and the fact that we had our freaking fight of always trying to get into the room as quick as possible. But
Yeah.
I still that was still a really fun playthrough. I enjoyed
Another
that
one
the day.
I know another bit that I do still remember or still think back of every now and again. It's it happened during the second to last desert level, where we had the crystal and there was a whole entourage of big fireballs launching at us, and Logan was all like, "Move!" And then not long, and like a few seconds later, "Move, you fat penguin!"
Get out! It's too late. And then we just ran. But yeah, no, it was. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because that was still fun.
Oh yeah, they're still really
Anyway,
fun.
anyway,
And then...
here you go, Seely.
Oh, right.
Oh. Color me surprised.
Yeah, she's the high pitched. She's the bubbly, usually nice one.
I certainly didn't expect to run into your puppy self again.
Hey, I'm
This is her attempts at trying to insult us.
And here I thought you were buried along with the Jabba station.
Damn Bastion.
Well then, I'll just have to ensure that my victory is complete this time. I'm not wearing my glasses, so I couldn't see that text.
No worries.
Sorry.
I shall now turn this pink ball of nice into a frozen block of ice.
Dun. Shush. It's okay.
Huh, I always wanted a nice sculpture for my trophy collection.
And this is why we have come into this battle with all electric abilities, because when she uses her super move, which is going to be bringing out a super soaker, we can actually cast lightning on the super soaker's spray, and it'll travel back upstream and zap her with the gun.
Nice.
So
yeah, no.
she
Again,
starts to pull it out here.
if you know what you're doing, these are literally nothing.
Now we zap
Oh
her.
my. That laugh.
Yeah. Got her. Now she's stunned.
Now wreck
Extra
her.
damage. Get it,
Extra
everybody.
crispy.
Stop
Bonker,
watching, guys. Just they were.
I was gonna say,
wasn't
why are you
right.
just
They were just.
watching?
Oh, don't mind Bunker.
Oh.
Bunker just polite.
Yeah, okay, it wasn't just me. They were totally just. Yes. So what do you think of the current world situation today? And Punk. Anyway, we did it.
I can't feel my bow tie.
No, sir.
I don't like it.
Anyway.
So yeah, that's it for her. So that leaves 2 more sisters.
Yep. So
Yay.
we're just gonna which I think actually we're gonna be before we get on to finding the other 2 sisters, which will actually be in the homeworld proper. I think. I don't know. Maybe the Fire Sister's gonna be in the massive fire planet over there.
Yeah, no, I think the Fire Sister will be there, and then you do fight the Zan down at the ship itself.
Right, makes sense.
She also has a way of making an entrance.
Yeah, I mean, and she's the eldest, so she probably... You're fine. So, before we face that, though, we have one more group of levels, which is climbing this tall space tower. Because, and I guess to just kind of lead into this, potentially some Kirby veterans may be thinking to themselves, wait a minute, this is a Kirby game, and hang on, fire us up, please.
Flame me up!
Yeah, fire everybody up. Thank you. Again, the AI is actually fairly competent when it needs to be, and I so appreciate that. Goodbye. I appreciate that so much. Some Kirby veterans are probably thinking, wait a minute, this is a celebration of all Kirby games, but I haven't seen that one boss that always manages to crawl his way into every Kirby game, but nobody ever gives him as much crap as they do Wispy.
Remember it's how long it took an eternity for him to even be seen in 3D?
Yeah?
Like, I don't think he got to appear until either Triple Deluxe or it was definitely Triple Deluxe where he got his great return.
Yeah, my gosh, yeah, you're right, because he was not in
Robobot.
I mean, like, thinking of all the 3D games, he was not in Kirby 64, of course, and he wasn't in Return to Dreamland I don't think.
No, he wasn't. Assuming we're thinking of the same boss.
Maybe he was. Maybe he is. Maybe I'll just keep my mouth shut until we see him, and then we can all, talk about it and enjoy a hearty laugh. Hit it. Thank you.
What the heck were you trying to even prove there?
Yeah.
I was burning the grass because there was a star bit or something in it. I don't know.
Oh, you can just burn
it. Do you see this hammer, James? This is not.
I mean, there is such a thing. There is such a thing as frostburn.
Yes, there is such a thing as freezer burn. Oh. Oh boy.
And you thought you were about to get crushed.
Well, this can only go well from here.
You know what? This brings back very painful memories.
Yeah.
Yes, it does from Return to Dreamland. I want this. I want to cheat, and I want to get this.
There you
yes. Go. Oh boy. Now what?
Well, this one doesn't seem to.
Oh.
They trick you.
Sneaky.
Oh, let's get out here.
But yeah, no, that's nowhere near. That was nowhere near as bad as what we had to deal with back in the day.
Yeah.
That room ate so many lives.
Yes.
And they would.
And I will admit some of them were mostly a goof on my end because I thought I had enough, wiggle room to get those extra lives. Turns out it was only enough to make it past without the foot.
Well, it was also just the fact of the issue, and that's why we did the quote-unquote strategy of backing out so that we wouldn't use all of our lives in one go.
Actually, since we're just talking about it, I'm kind of curious. I'd have to go back and double check. I mean, since you brought up Logan, maybe you and I could watch it together sometime. I'm trying to think, who would you say probably performed the best in that Return to Dreamland commentary we did?
You. It was you.
I think in terms of gathering the goodies and stuff, definitely you with your fat body grabbing all the stuff with that big old.
It is a glandular defect, and I will not apologize for it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Just, it was no fucking contest. You were pretty much the MVP of that whole thing. Where Celia and I were pretty much the ones that were causing all the fucking collateral.
Right.
Because I was about to say, I could have sworn. Oh, sorry.
Oh, God, what have I done?
Idiot.
Crap. We have to leave. We have to leave right now.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Now we got our fire ability. Okay. I'm sorry, Bonker. Basically, I was trying to get Bonker to hit my weapon so he could share his fire with me, but there we go. Then we do this. Give me ice, quickly.
There you go.
There we go. But anyway, it was definitely you, but I think in terms of level performance, it was probably James just because there was no delay.
Yeah, that's what I was more so referring to in terms of level performance.
He just said.
At the same time, though, you saw how many lives I lost throughout that whole thing. So, at least a third of which were from Seely's own boots from the devil himself.
It was not a third. There was just one instant where Seely as Kirby Goomba stomped you into oblivion.
You mean Seely as Mennonite stomped
you as Kirby. into oblivion.
I know it happened at least twice.
But God, was it funny.
It was hilarious for all the wrong reasons.
It's just that, especially because of the way Kirby's sound design is, where if you fall down, there's always that silence. So there was that. They had that. There was that moment by design where we all were like, "What?"
And then, and I still remember, the first time it happened, I literally just sucked up you and Seely out of anger.
It just was like,
Yeah.
"We're going on the German."
boy.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what are you referring to?
The part where he had to carry a key, and so he could not fly, but then in came you barreling in. Uh-oh.
You were hopping off of Logan, and that inadvertently caused you to footstool on me while I was above a pit.
Oh,
and then I
yeah.
fell right down to my death.
Because his jump got eaten and he fell down. Thank you, Marks. And yeah, no, it just was a funny, we had to just. It was one of those things where we had to go back and break down all that happened because it was just that funny to me.
Yeah.
It was
and,
such a
and then I kept you
horrible
both in my
sequence.
penalty as punishment.
And you were like that, and it was just the moment no, we're going together, and you're on timeout, and he's like, oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of amusing. I also remember that, in terms of, the level gears, I still think it can go back and forth, but in terms of, the boss, the ship parts that we got from the bosses, there was a part of me that found it funny that James kept consistently, up until I think World 4, kept getting consistently salty about me getting all the ship parts.
Because you're fucking
that's what I'm
fat
saying,
boxes, dude.
You kept running in like a bat out of heck.
And then there was also that one around Nutty New where you were like, wait, I gotta find out something, and then you just immediately took the thing. Even though you did have
Well, no,
It's
the
like,
thing is that,
what?
I was testing to see that, because you know how they have that fake out at the beginning?
Right.
I've only seen it done for, in the playthroughs I've watched, I've only seen it done for, Kirby and Meta Knight, and I've never seen it happen with DDD, so I was curious as to how he would look with it.
Honestly, if it weren't for the fact that it did lead to one of our better thumbnail opportunities, I probably would have just said, let someone else take it.
Ah, well, it's fine.
But it is
taught
what it
us
is.
a lesson.
So, with that said, we're heading on to the moon. Again.
Why not? All these have been moons. It's the planet is the level, and then the moon is where the boss hangs out. So
Have you ever noticed how the moons have the exact same geometry as the planets themselves?
ain't
No.
that a hoot? Oh, thank you. So yeah, we're gonna be careful here because this definitely could be one of the more difficult bosses if you aren't prepared. I mean,
Something
of
tells-
course. Once we know who we're going up against, you'll totally get it. What's up?
As an aside, just going back on that whole point, I get the feeling that one of the developers in Hell had a slight fascination with the Lunar series, considering that whole that whole series takes place on a moon that was literally, habitable by humanity.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, so now that you say that, especially with the lunar thing, now it's making me wonder if Sailor Moon and Kirby could ever pull something off.
What do you mean?
You know
You
what?
mean a crossover?
Funny you say that. Earlier today, I was thinking how can I
hang on.
combine?
Sorry, we're just announcing he's back.
Dude.
Krako.
Yeah,
Yep, time for he's here to put a downpour on our adventure.
what's funny
So
is that,
first we're just gonna destroy him.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Anyway, back to you. See what you were thinking about.
I was thinking about a crossover of Sailor Moon and Kirby earlier today, and I'm like, how can I combine that to where I can make a Sailor Kirby uniform?
Probably
I feel
because
like
of him
someone has
copying one of them.
I feel like someone has to have made that somewhere.
I'm sure.
And
If not as a cosplay,
did
then definitely a proof of concept.
no more Krako.
Or is it? Because now we have two Krakos.
What could be worse than one giant Krako?
He
I love
reproduced.
how. Sorry, Ted.
I was just saying he reproduced by budding.
Yes,
Oh.
he did. Oh jeez, thank you, Umbrella.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a boss fight where Parasol is definitely handy.
Yep. And you can also use lightning if you have it to zap them both with it. Yeah, sorry, back to you. Oh, and I also remember you can also use ice if you freeze enough of their waterfalls. You can freeze them too. Anyway, back. Yeah. What were you about to say, James? About the Krako thing?
I forgot what I was gonna say actually.
You said right as they were splitting, I was like, what could be worse than one giant Krako? And then he said,
Ooh, bad! Two giant Krakos, twin Krako.
I don't think
these
these Krakos-
I always kind of like how they have their little angry eyes when you actually meet them up as twins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo.
done.
Unfortunately, their health was linked to 1, so either way, they're still kind of a chump.
There was a part of me that was really hoping that right before they died, when they looked at you, one of them would have shed a tear.
I was thinking that too. I thought that's what was going to happen, a la, every other, boss that up to this point. But anyway, with that said, join us in the next part as our journey through space is unfortunately nearing its end. And with that, just throwing this out there, our time with the game is coming to an end, and I still feel like it's a bit too short.
Yeah.
Oh, if only there was another mode to rectify that.
Yeah. If only.
Maybe another time. Till next time.
Care.